Book of Heaven, Volume 30, April 25th, 1932. How the living in the divine will is a gift. Example of the poor man, an example of the king. How the gift is an excess of the love and magnanimity of God, who does not pay attention to, nor does he want to do the accounts of the great value he gives. I was feeling all immersed in the divine volition. A crowd of thoughts absorbed my mind, but always on the same fiat, because in it one can think of nothing else. Its sweet enchantment, its light that invests everything, its many truths which, like formidable army, line up all around, move away everything that does not belong to it. The happy creature who is in the divine will finds herself as though in a celestial atmosphere, all happy, in the fullness of the peace of the saints. And if she wants anything, it is only that everyone may know a will so lovable, so holy, she would want everyone to come to enjoy her happiness. But I was thinking to myself, but how can it be that the creatures may come to live in the divine will so as to form its holy kingdom? And my beloved Jesus, surprising me, told me,
"My daughter, how little you are. It shows how your littleness is incapable of rising in the power, immensity, goodness, and magnanimity of your Creator. And from your littleness you measure our greatness and our liberality. Poor little one, you get lost within our interminable powers and are incapable of attributing the right weight to our divine and infinite ways. It is true that, humanly speaking, for the creature, besieged by evils as she is, to live in my will, to form its kingdom in their midst, is like wanting to touch heaven with her finger, which is impossible. But what is impossible for men is possible for God. You must know that the living in our will is a gift which our magnanimity wants to give to creatures. And with this gift the creature will feel transformed, from poor, rich, from weak, strong, from ignorant, learned, from slave to vile passions, sweet and voluntary prisoner of a will, all holy, which will not hold him prisoner, but king of himself, of the divine dominions, and of all created things. It will happen as to a poor man who is clothed in miserable rags, lives in a hovel, without doors, and therefore exposed to thieves and enemies. He has not enough bread to satiate his hunger, and he is forced to beg for it. If a king gave him 1,000,000 as gift, the poor man would change his lot and would no longer make the impression of a poor beggar, but of a lord who possesses palaces, villas, and dresses with decency, has abundant foods, and puts himself in the condition of being able to help others. Who changed the lot of this poor man? The 1,000,000 he has received as gift. Now, if some wretched money has the virtue of changing the lot of a poor, unhappy one, much more will the great gift of our will, given as gift, change the unhappy lot of the human generations, except for those who, willfully, want to remain in their unhappiness. More so, since this gift was given to man in the beginning of his creation, and ungrateful, he rejected it from us by doing his will, withdrawing from our own. Now those who dispose themselves to do our will prepare the place, the decency, the nobility in which to be able to put this gift, so great and infinite. Our knowledges on the fiat will help and prepare them, in a surprising way, to receive this gift, and what they have not obtained up to this day, they will be able to obtain tomorrow. Therefore I am acting as a king would, who would want to elevate a family to a bond of relationship with his own royal family. In order to do this, first he takes a member of it, keeps her in his royal palace, raises her, dines with her, accustoms her to his noble manners, entrusts to her his secrets, and in order to make her worthy of himself, he makes her live of his will. And to be more sure and not to let her descend to the lowness of her family, he gives her his will as gift, that she may hold it in her power. What the king cannot do, I can do, bilocating my will, so as to give it to the creature as gift. So the king keeps his eyes fixed upon her, keeps embellishing her continuously, clothes her with precious and beautiful clothes, in such a way that he feels enamored, and unable to wait any longer, He binds her to himself with the lasting bond of marriage, in a way that one becomes gift for the other. With this, on both sides, they have the right to reign, and that family acquires the bond of relationship with the king. And the king, out of love for the one who has donated herself to him, and to whom he has donated himself, calls that family to live in his royal palace, giving to it the same gift which he gave to the one whom he so much loves. So we did. First, we called one from the human family to live in the royal palace of our will. Little by little, we gave her the gift of its knowledges, of its most intimate secrets. In doing this, we experienced unspeakable contentments and joys, and we felt how sweet and dear it is to make the creature live in our will. And our love pushed us even more. It did violence on us to give her the gift of our omnipotent fiat. More so, since she had given us the gift of her own. She was already in our power, and the divine will could remain secure and at its place of honor in the creature. Now, after we have given the gift of our fiat to one member of this human family, the family acquires the bond and the right to this gift. In fact, we never do works and gifts for one alone, but when we do works and gifts, we do them always in universal ways. So this gift will be ready for everyone as long as they want it and they dispose themselves. Therefore, the living in my will is not a property of the creature, nor is it in her power, but it is a gift, and I give it whenever I want, to whomever I want, and in the times I want. It is gift of heaven, given from our great magnanimity and from our inextinguishable love. Now with this gift, the human family will feel so bound to its creator as to no longer feel far away from him, but so close as if it were from his own family and lived together in his own royal palace. With this gift, it will feel so rich as to no longer feel the miseries, the weaknesses, the tumulting passions. Everything will be strength, peace, abundance of grace. And recognizing the gift, she will say, "In the house of my celestial Father, I want for nothing. I have everything at my disposal, always by virtue of the gift I have received." We give gifts always by effect of our great love and of our highest magnanimity. If it were not so, or if we wanted to pay attention to whether the creature deserves it or not, whether she has made sacrifices, it would no longer be a gift then, but a remuneration, and our gift would become as though a right and a slave of the creature, while we and our gifts are slaves to no one. In fact, man did not exist yet, and before he was, we already created the heavens, the sun, the wind, the sea, the flowery earth, and everything else, to give them to man as gift. What had he done to deserve gifts so great and perennial? Nothing. And in the act of creating him, we gave him the great gift that surpassed all others, our omnipotent fiat. And even though he rejected it, yet we did not desist from giving it again. No, but we keep it in store to give it to his children, the same gift which their father rejected. The gift is given in the excess of our love, which is so great as to be unable to do or pay attention to the accounts, while the remuneration that is given if the creature does good works and sacrifices herself is given with just measure and according to what she deserves. Not so with the gift. Therefore, if anyone should doubt, it means he knows little about our divine being, or of our generosities, or to what extent our love can reach. However, we want the correspondence of the creature, her gratitude, and her little love.
Fiat.